Hey guys,
I'm Vi.
and I'm Sue. Am I the a-hole for throwing my mother-in-law's cheating habits in my husband's face? So,
Go ahead.
I, 27 female, and my husband Liam, damn, she gave the name, 25 male, like we need to know, ma'am, have been married for 2 years now, but we've known each other since middle school. Aw. My sister Naya, 31, recently separated from her husband because she was having an affair. I know that it's wrong, and I've been open and honest about what happened with my husband. The thing is, she's going through a really rough time right now because her ex is turning their kids against her, and she needs support. Last night, my husband and I had an argument about it, and he said that I shouldn't associate with Naya, and that it's my niece and nephew who really need my support. We argued about it and it got loud between us. And I just pointed out that he never cut his mom off and she cheated on his dad nonstop until the day he died. My husband got really quiet then. And it's not like we've stopped talking, but we have stopped talking about my sister. My husband is Chinese and his father was from Hong Kong. His father was in his late 40s when he went to Vietnam and married his mother, Fan, who was barely 18. Bro.
You're not even a grown up yet.
Bro.
But that's very common in those cultures.
Yeah. She was still 18 when Liam was born and they had immigrated. Now, I want to point out, you would not know that Fan is an immigrant. She spent years getting rid of her accent. She's got veneers, she got into engineering college, and has a really high paying job. Except, as my husband told me, she constantly cheated on his father and she trained him since he was a little kid to not tell him. His father died thinking she was loyal, and I get it. From my husband's perspective, he never knew she was wrong to do that. But he did eventually learn, and it's not like he's cut her out of his life. So I don't see why what I said was an a-hole move, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Opie updates us on her husband's strange relationship with his mother. A little bit more about that. I want to point out that my husband's relationship with his mother is complicated because he loves her dearly. He would never call her a bad parent, and his therapist and I are the only ones he's ever talked to about how she used to act. I honestly couldn't reconcile what he told me about his mother with the woman I know, because after we got married, she gave me the biggest hug and said, I finally have a daughter. That's hard. But since he was a little kid, she'd exposed him to her affairs, and he's seen and heard far more than any child ever should have seen. You know what? It sounds like one of those moms who treat their child like their best friend instead of understanding that there are just certain things you should not be exposing your child to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
A toxic.
Yeah. She even told him once, never find a woman like me. It's to the point where I feel certain that it was abusive. But he refused to accept that because he sees them as just affairs, even though he goes to therapy over how it messed him up. See, that, to me, that's a problem because how do you trust someone like that, though? How do you trust someone who sees that as a normal thing? What's it to stop him from cheating on her, too, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if you normalize it to the point where it's like, it's just affairs,
Yeah.
then why would you see our marriage different, you know?
Because he has seen it, so for him,
It's off.
Yeah.
It's off.
It is
Okay.
off.
When he was young, she did say, never find a woman like me. She would say to her son, you know, which means that she did made him aware that what she was doing was wrong.
Right.
But also when you grow up seeing the same wrong thing, you might know it's wrong, but you might find it a normal thing anyway.
Exactly.
That's the thing. I also feel that she feeling guilty about the way she handled things is a red flag. Not on her end, but like, do you live with someone that makes you feel guilty about things like this? And for her husband to tell her not to talk to her sister or to, because of what happened, to me feels a little bit manipulative. So I think that something about the way that he came up that OP is not saying here seems a little bit toxic.
Yeah.
And the way that he handles things with her, with her. And she might not be communicating it as much because there are cultures where talking shit about your partner is viewed, is frowned upon. And that might be her situation. She don't want to say anything negative about her husband, but certain things are bleeding out through the lines, in between the lines.
Well, y'all, OP dropped the mad details in the comments.
All right.
So we couldn't get into it. It looks like she dropped the bomb. So OP responding to a person assuming her husband saw her mother-in-law without clothes as a child. Pretty much, he saw more of his mother than he should have when she'll go to greet her lovers, and was just told to sit on the couch and watch TV by her while it was going on.
Oh, no.
Now it's more than just abuse. Oh my God. But beyond that, he might have not have seen her having sex with her lovers, but he heard it.
Ew.
There was also times when his mother would yell at his dad for not being man enough to give her a daughter.
What? Oh my God, that's toxic as
Yeah, it is toxic. That made him feel unwanted. That said, his mother did smooth that over with him. See, there you go.
He defends
her
her a lot.
Details, yeah. Because then again, like what I was saying, like kind of like coaching him, like, doing something bad and then being like, but son, I love you, like, and then him thinking, like, it's almost like a programming also, like, thinking like, she just needs me, that is not okay.
Yeah.
Like how you were saying, treating him like a friend.
I also think that a lot of what OP knows about his mother-in-law that's nice about her, I think it's what he has said to her so he can soften how she sees her mother-in-law now. That's what I'm thinking it's happening there too.
Yeah, that's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. Opie responding to a person calling her mother-in-law an awful parent. Maybe she is, but he would never call her that. For Mother's Day, he took her to Seattle and treated her to a wonderful day for her birthday. He rented out a hall and threw her an amazing celebration.
Okay.
And if he can still do so much for his mother when she did did such wrong to him, I don't see why I can't be there for my sister who has done so much for him.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no reason.
I feel like he manipulates her a lot. And that day when she said that, he had to zip it because he knew, I can't manipulate. Because his way of arguing with her is to manipulate her.
Yeah.
And at that moment where it was too blunt and brute, he was just like, okay, let me pump the brakes before I scare her away. When in reality, there's really nothing I can say in this situation if I back up my mom for what she does.
Yeah.
So because I'm not willing to do anything about my situation with my mom or confront her, and let me leave her be with her sister.
And then somebody responded, OP responded to a person saying to her mother-in-law that she's not a good parent. OP said, I agree, it doesn't make her a good one, but he's gone down insisting she's the best mother ever. And there we go, again, a loop. OP responding to a person asking why she is supporting her sister, not her niece and her nephew. Obviously, they are important, but guess what? They need their mother, and they need her to be healthy and right now. I'm all she has. Excuse me if I don't give them, because their idiot father isn't letting them give their mother any time.
I agree with that. There shouldn't be a reason why an affair should lead to you manipulating your children into not having a relationship with the parent. An affair should not be it. It's plain simple. The affair is an issue between you and me. I know that it affects the household when somebody cheats, right? But you have to like tone down the damage.
Yeah.
And by reminding your children of the damage and making them the enemy of their mom or the dad in a situation where the other parent cheats, doesn't really help. You're making it worse for the children. You're actually becoming a part of the problem if you think that just because you're the victim of being cheated on, that now it's okay for you to manipulate your children to attack your partner. Because guess what? The ones with the biggest loose end here, on the losing end, will be the children. The children will suffer even more than you two. Why? Because they're children. They're just coming up.
Yeah.
They're developing. They don't understand a lot of the shit that happens. So you're weakening them instead of actually allowing them to grow as healthy as possible.
And thinking about like how he has, you know, his wife, it's causing a ripple effect in like his children, you know. It's so it you know, it starts from the mother and then down to like the parents and to the children, and then it's just like keeps like going down. So it's like, okay, you made the mistakes, but now like realize them and accept them and go to therapy, find some help. I mean,
some help.
Do like a family like therapy, and I think it could be way better.
But like if he doesn't want to do therapy with her, then that's understandable though. But he cannot drag the kids into this mess. He can't. He cannot drag the kids into it.
So then
That's toxic. That is definitely. We're sorry that she cheated on you. She's a horrible person for cheating on you. We don't know the story behind why she cheated on you and what kind of relationship you two had. But if you're going around turning her children against her, then you must have been an asshole who deserved to be cheated on in the first place. I'm wondering. Because for you to sit here and feel comfortable manipulating children to turn them against their mother just because you got cheated on, that means that you were probably a horrible husband in the first place. You cannot be a good person if you are if you're using your children as tools to make her feel like shit. Because I get it. You can leave, don't engage with her, pull away from the relationship, divorce her out of the benefit of your own safety and health. But she's not a bad mother unless you have proof of that. The only proof you have is, oh, you cheated and I'm going to rub it in the kid's face that you cheated. Nah, I'm sorry, but there might have been a reason why she gave you them horns.
No, let's not repeat the same thing, you know?
Yep.
But listen to what had OP said. OP on her mother-in-law being trafficked. His mother was not trafficked, and she herself would say that she wasn't. She has been in constant contact with her family since she left Vietnam and has been on vacations there or with nobody but my husband since he was 2 years old. If she wanted to leave his father, then she could have.
You too happy? Mommy, bang. Oh my God. Drink. You okay? My baby got sick.
No, God.
Don't get me sick now. I'm kidding. Girl, I've been sick for weeks. It's okay. Drink. I'll wait a little bit left.
Yeah, what was it? It was like,
Guys, you'll be fine. Give me a sec.
do I agree there?
Okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
Do I agree with a man nearly 50 marrying a teenager? Hell no. But my mother-in-law was not trafficked. She saw her husband as a ticket to a better life and she took it. No, she wasn't trafficked, but she might have been a little bit of a, what do they call that? When you indoctrinate someone.
Opportunity?
He might have indoctrinated her because he did marry a woman that's too young. But she did see that as an opportunity. She was an opportunist. He was indoctrinating her so that he can, you know, because why would you marry someone that's just turned 18? Yeah.
Girl.
Guys, let us know what you think in the comments.
Yes,
Yeah.
let us know.
I'm sure B will be feeling better next week. Tomorrow's episode on Wild and Trending, we're going to cover My Husband Tracks Me 24/7. I'm sick of it. And we're going to talk about the rise of location sharing with your partner. Is it getting out of control? What's up? Do we need a tune-up? Do we need to talk about that stuff? Is it getting out of hand?
I'm going to shake
up. What's up?
Stay tuned, y'all.
Bye. See you tomorrow. Hello, V.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.